Hey guys, welcome to Farm Charm Chic. I'm Emily, and guess what? The Christmas season has officially begun. Well, at least in the DIY YouTube world it has. I am doing a collaboration today with Crafty Cathy, which I'll talk about in a moment, but we are doing Kirkland dupes for you. I have some amazing projects you will definitely want to try. If you have a moment to subscribe, I would love if you would consider doing that, and as always, if you like what you see, give this video a thumbs up. Let's get started. I fell in love with this Joy to the World sign and the cute plaid trees on Kirkland's website. It does retail for $29.99. Let's see if we can do better. Any frame that you can find will work for this. I happen to have this frame from IKEA. They do sell them for around $7 or $8, I believe. I am just going to take off the matting and that paper, and I'm going to just reveal this little backing here. I'm going to use this and spray paint it black and use that for my scene. I like the idea of doing this because then if I want to reuse this frame throughout the year, I can still just place a picture right over the top of it and it will still be waiting there for Christmas next year. I chose to cut my Christmas trees out on my cutting machine, but do what works best for you. You could easily take some different Christmas tree shapes and trace them on the back of different scrapbook papers and freehand cut them out. That would work very well. I'm just using some purple glue stick on the back of my trees to get them to adhere. I absolutely love this stuff and I feel like it gives a really good bond. I do use my Mod Podge roller just to go over it evenly to make sure that all of those little edges of the tree are stuck down really good. For the lighter colored trees, I thought it would be fun to use a gold vinyl. I thought that would add a really nice shimmer. So I just placed them down kind of like a sticker over the tree. I am not worried about the different texture there, seeing the other tree pop from behind. That doesn't bother me at all. But I just go through and get all of the trees placed similarly to my inspiration piece on Kirkland's website. Using two different fonts that I found online, I will leave a link to those in my description box. I made this little Joy to the World decal on my cutting machine that I'm going to place on the top here. And I really love the feel that this font gives. Of course, I couldn't find the exact fonts that they used on Kirkland's piece, but I felt that these gave a very similar feel, and I really like the way that this looks. And then it's time to just pop the backing back into the frame. I did leave what would be the glass. IKEA does like a little plastic film. So I left that off so that way it was an open look there. So here is the inspiration piece from Kirkland's, you can see. And then here is my piece that I did. What do you think? Did I get close? Do you guys like this one? I think it was about less than $10 that I did. So definitely like a third of the price. In my description box is going to be a link to Kathy's video from Crafty Cathy. She is also doing a Kirkland dupes video today. There will also be a link to her channel. Here's a little sampling of the items and the DIYs that she does over on her channel. So you're going to want to watch her video today, and while you're there, definitely subscribe to her because she is so talented. When she calls herself Crafty Cathy, she is not kidding. She is so amazing, and you guys will definitely love her. But that link will be down in my description box to her video and to her channel. When I saw this canvas sign on Kirkland's website, I absolutely fell in love with it, but check out that price. I think we can definitely do better than that. I found this Merry Christmas sign at Hobby Lobby. I have seen similar ones at Dollar Tree that are a little bit thinner, so keep that in mind. But all of the Christmas stuff at Hobby Lobby is 40% off, so that definitely makes it a good deal, and I love the three-dimensional look that the thicker sign gives. So I'm using these two longer signs from Dollar Tree, and I am just removing the design off the back of them. Honestly, I'm not sure why I did this because I did end up covering it with craft paper. Obviously, my elf sign, I wanted to remove like the ridges of his little hat there, but this other sign, I take the little heart off because, of course, as any DIYer knows, you're going to totally repurpose that. But I don't know why I go through and tear off all of the little pieces of this home sign, but I do anyway. So, and it actually peels off rather easy, but again, I do end up covering it with craft paper, so it's not necessary to do that. These little hanging ribbons, twine, and tags on the back there, I just go through and remove, and then I'm using some needle nose pliers. And I'm just using the corner of my little scraper tool there. That way, my putty knife, I guess it's called, but that way it kind of lifts it up so I can go in with my needle nose pliers to get those out because they're in there pretty good. So to get these two signs to stick together, I'm lining them up with what edges fit the best and then just putting a bead of hot glue. And then I am using jumbo craft sticks. You get these at Walmart. And I didn't realize there when I did it, I need to leave a space in the middle because I'm going to put another one up the middle to give it a little bit of support there. And then this is where you would get your craft paper and you would just hot glue some craft paper onto the back of it. On the front side of it, I cover it completely with white chalk paint. You could spray paint it. You can paint it with chalk paint, acrylic paint, house paint, whatever kind of paint you want. I am taking some like washi tape is what this I guess is called from Dollar Tree. And guys, I had no idea if this would work or not, or if all of my lines would bleed together. So this was a totally new thing for me, but I am stenciling these stripes on. Essentially, all I did was just look at the original piece and come up with some spacing that I wanted for my lines. So it has the larger stripe down the middle and then two smaller stripes on the side. So that is how I placed my tape. To stencil, you just want to use a very minimal amount of paint on your sponge brush. So I am just dabbing up and down the seams, like you can kind of see exactly what I'm doing there, right along the tape. That is going to seal it. You just want to go straight up and down, not use like a swiping motion. That is going to make sure that it seals those lines to stop any bleed through. Now, as you can see, I did get a little bit of paint on the actual sign. So I took a wet Q-tip and I was able to get the paint off from that way. Obviously, if that hadn't have worked, I could just go back in with some white and cover it up that way too, but it worked really well with the wet Q-tip. You're going to do the exact same process on the other side to make the stripes on the other side of the sign, so that is what I'm doing here. Here is where we find out if this Dollar Tree washi tape works to do stenciling, and I was very impressed. I thought it worked very well. Look at how crisp and clean those lines came out. So definitely keep your eye open. That tape is in the Crafter's Square at Dollar Tree. I will definitely be buying some more of this. Look at how nice those lines look. So on this Merry Christmas sign, I'm just going to cut the little twine hanging piece off there because we're obviously not going to need that. And I just paint this completely with red paint. Use your choice of red paint. I'm just using Waverly's Crimson color. Using hot glue, I just go ahead and center the Merry Christmas in the middle of the sign. If there's any glue that comes out or anything, I just use my weeding tool to clean that up. Here is a look at the original version, our inspiration piece that was $90. What do you guys think? Do you think I came close on this one? I personally absolutely love this. I'm excited to use it. And I would say that easily less than like $6 or $7. I am such a sucker for a really good wreath, and I fell in love with this holiday Magnolia wreath, but check out that price. I totally had sticker shock for $110. No way. We definitely can do better. Hobby Lobby has these beautiful Magnolia wreaths. They have them year-round in their floral section. Their normal price is $50. Guys, do not pay $50 for this wreath. Their floral goes on sale every other week. Buy it when it's 50% off. The quality is unmatched. Even the Magnolia floral arrangements and wreaths that I saw at Magnolia Farm in Waco were not anywhere near what this wreath is. So definitely pick one up when you have the chance. The nice thing is I can dress this wreath up for Christmas, and then everything is removable. So I can take it all down and have this wreath for the rest of the year. So I bought 3 evergreen sprigs and cut them down to be 6. And then I bought 1 sprig of berries or pick of berries, and I cut it down to have 6 little sections also. I'm just bending the little stem on the back of the evergreens to kind of mimic the shape of the wreath. And then what I do is hold it really close to that base of the wreath, and then using some floral wire, I just wind it on kind of like a twist tie, if you will. And I'll go sometimes to the front and then to the back, like bring the wire around to the back, twist it, and if it's long enough, bring it back to the front and twist it, if that even makes sense. I'll let you just kind of watch what I do as I twist all of these on, but I just kind of go around sporadically with the wreath, making it symmetrical between the evergreens and then the berries. Before I wire the berries in, I do kind of what I guess you would call a dry fit with all of them to make sure that the spacing is good, that I like the different picks in each different area that I'm placing it. There's such a bold statement on the wreath that I wanted to make sure that they did look really good where they were. I'm going to remember to remove that price tag because I want people to think I bought this at Kirklands. Look at how good it looks. I love it. You guys, these magnolia wreaths, or the leaves on the wreath, are so easy to manipulate and kind of move around to fill out where you need to. I love them. Here is a look at the inspiration piece from Kirkland's website that was $110. Here is mine. What do you guys think of this one? I love how it turned out. Here it is on my front door, and I would say that less than $40. So from $110 to $40 is not bad. Plus, I can use this wreath year round after I take out the evergreen sprigs and the berries. Don't forget that I'm on Instagram also. I love to meet new Insta friends, so I would love for you to come over and say hi, check out my page, and see all the latest projects that I'm working on. I'll be sure and leave a link down in my description box so you can easily find me. When I first saw this on Kirkland's website, I thought it was a sign. I absolutely loved it. And then I realized it's a placemat, but I thought I'm going to make it into a sign because I absolutely love round signs, especially I have a little spot in my kitchen that I put them, so I especially love them there. So I did cut out, this is all just from Cricut Design Space. So they had this Merry Christmas font that it wasn't even the font. It was actually when you went into images, it was just one of the images there. And I will say that the little teeny circles around the edges did kind of give me a little bit of a run for my money because they are so thin. I feel like if you were going to recreate this, just do one big circle there and save yourself the hassle, because those little teeny ones really, they kind of came up. As you can see here, I had to fix a little bit of not only my letters there that I had to fix, but the circle here, like I had to go all the way around these and kind of hand push them in. They're just so delicate. They do look really nice when they're done. They're not as straight as I would have hoped. However, if you're going to recreate this, do a little bit of a bigger line, or if you can freehand, like have this on like a Lazy Susan or something that's turning, and freehand a stripe or a pinstripe or something around it, do that. But it works for what it is, but I'm just giving you a little bit of a warning that was a little bit of a headache for me. And then just searching the word vine in my Cricut design space, I was able to come up with a couple of designs to put at the top and bottom of this. So I chose this one as a bigger one for the bottom, and then I had this cute little one that I put on the top there. And then to make it match, because it kind of looked a little plain like this in my opinion, and since the other one does have a big red ring around the edge, I went ahead, and this is just a pizza pan from Dollar Tree. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but I'm just painting the rim of that pizza pan. I'm just painting it with my red crimson chalk paint, and it does take 2 coats of this because the red doesn't cover as good with the first coat, so you usually do need to go in and darken it up with that second coat. This is sped up quite a bit, just so you know. I did really take my time on this to make sure that it didn't go over the edge, that you can see, you know, how good it looks and how it makes that pop. And then with my second coat, I just go in and, like I said, I just go and darken that up all the way around, making sure that I get all of the edges around the outside, so that way if you see it from the side, that those are covered up as well. Here is a look at the placemat on Kirkland's website that I decided to make a sign because I thought that's what it was. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I'm really excited to use this in my holiday decor. I think it's really cute. Have you guys had a chance to make a pizza pan sign yet? I actually think they're kind of addicting. They are a lot of fun for very inexpensive. I really hope that you guys enjoyed these Kirkland inspired DIYs. I had a very fun time making them. I'm excited to use all of them in my holiday decorating. Thank you so much for being here with me today and watching. If you did like this video, remember to give it a thumbs up. And if you have a chance to subscribe to my channel, make sure and do that. Hit that notification bell so you always get some awesome DIY inspiration. Remember to click the link in my description box for Crafty Cathy's video. You're going to enjoy what she has done for you. And as always, guys, remember to be safe, be smart, be nice, be happy. Choose to have a good day because you are amazing. Thank you, guys. I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed the video that you just saw, here's another one that you might enjoy. And as always, remember to like and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching and have an amazing day.